Deep beneath 2 miles of solid ice in Antarctica, satellites have detected a structure so massive it defies everything we know about the history of our planet. And whatever it is, it's emitting a pulse. We tend to look up at the stars when we search for the unknown. We spend billions scanning dead planets, forgetting that the most isolated, inaccessible, and mysterious continent is right here under our feet. Antarctica isn't just ice. It is a frozen time capsule holding secrets from before humanity even existed. Welcome to Hidden Constants. Today we are not looking at myths, folklore, or internet rumors. The satellites didn't just find a hole in the ground. They found a signal that shouldn't be possible. In 2006, NASA deployed the GRACE satellites. Their mission was simple and public: measure the gravitational field of the Earth to track melting ice and shifting ocean currents. But as they passed over a desolate region known as Wilkes Land in East Antarctica, the instruments spiked violently. They discovered a gravitational anomaly spanning over 300 miles wide. To put that massive scale into perspective, the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs created a crater half that size. The immediate scientific theory? A colossal meteorite impact that happened millions of years ago, buried forever under the ice sheet. It is the perfect safe explanation. A big rock hit the Earth, the ice covered it up, and there is nothing to see here. But a simple crater doesn't explain what the satellites found resting at the exact center of the impact zone, something that shouldn't be there. When scientists analyzed the raw data closer, they found a mass con, a massive concentration of density. Beneath the center of the Wilkes Land anomaly lies an object of impossible weight and proportions. It is so dense and so heavily magnetic that it physically pulls on the satellites in orbit, slightly altering their trajectory as they pass over it. Geologists suggest it could be the metallic core of an asteroid that somehow didn't shatter upon impact. But nature rarely creates perfectly concentrated, hyper-dense anomalies that remain perfectly intact after a catastrophic, planet-killing collision. The magnetic signature is so distinct that it disrupts the navigation equipment of planes flying too close to the sector. Whatever is sitting at the bottom of that 300-mile crater is fundamentally different from the bedrock of the Earth. And this is where the history of Antarctica gets even darker, because the military knew there was something wrong with this region long before NASA sent satellites into space. In 1946, just after the end of World War II, the United States military launched Operation High Jump. It was the largest Antarctic expedition in history, led by Admiral Richard Byrd. They sent 13 ships, dozens of aircraft, and over 4,000 men to the frozen continent. Officially, it was a training exercise, but military historians have always questioned why a training exercise required an aircraft carrier, destroyers, and submarines fully loaded for combat. The mission was scheduled to last for 6 months. Instead, they retreated after just a few weeks, suffering mysterious casualties and lost aircraft. Admiral Byrd famously warned the press of a threat at the poles that could fly from pole to pole with incredible speed. For decades, it was dismissed as a Cold War exaggeration. But now, with the GRACE satellites confirming a massive, dense magnetic structure hidden under the ice, the sudden retreat of a fully armed military fleet in 1947 starts to look less like a failed training mission and more like a tactical withdrawal. And here is the most frustrating part of this entire mystery today. Even with our most advanced drilling technology, we are legally and physically blocked from finding out the truth. You cannot simply book an expedition to Wilkes Land. The Antarctic Treaty System heavily restricts independent exploration. No civilian can just go digging in the ice. Even if you had the billions of dollars required to bring industrial drilling rigs to the most hostile environment on Earth, no government would approve the permits. It is hidden under miles of ice that is millions of years old. The temperature, the altitude, and the extreme weather make it an impenetrable fortress built by nature and guarded by international law. We have mapped the surface of Mars with higher resolution than we have mapped the landmass beneath the Antarctic ice. The Wilkes Land anomaly forces us to ask a deeply uncomfortable question. If an object large enough to alter the gravity of our planet is sitting right below us, and we only found out about it recently because of a satellite, what else is buried in the dark? We claim to be the masters of this world. We build towering cities, we split the atom, and we send rovers to other planets. Yet, a continent twice the size of Australia holds secrets that could rewrite the biological and geological history of Earth. And we are completely blind to them. The ice is melting. Little by little, the white curtain at the bottom of the world is pulling back. The next time you see a news report about Antarctica, remember that it's not just frozen water, it's a vault. If you want to be there when the vault finally opens, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We will keep tracking the data they don't show on the main news. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next file.